Well, do you remember this viral picture? This one right here, about almost 10 years ago to the day, Steve McKee, who was battling aggressive cancer, embraced his son Mitch, who just won a state title at the X. The picture went viral, and then shortly after, Steve actually passed away.
So I recently caught up with the McKee family to talk about that emotional moment, memories of their dad, and why they keep fighting to this day. March 2014.
I just remember hugging him and just being so wrapped up in the emotion of him being able to witness that, and in my head just thinking this could be the last time he sees me do something this big in the sport.
It's the picture and the moment that took a hold of the nation 1 decade ago. Steve McKee embracing his son Mitch after the biggest match of his life, becoming a state champion for St. Michael Albertville High.
He had been there to support me and push me from 4 years old until that moment.
I caught up with Mitch, now 26 years old, to talk about his fight and his family's other fight away from the mat.
I knew that he didn't have a ton of time left.
Steve had a rare form of cancer with tumors pressing on his spine, heart, and lungs, eventually spreading to his bones.
He actually lost the use of his legs, so he had to be, lifted into bed and wheelchair and all that.
The disease took his life that December.
It was a lot of emotions, a lot, sometimes anger, sometimes, just wishing he was there.
Even though his fight was over, Mitch says the last thing his dad would have wanted is for them to stop fighting.
Is either sit around and mope or go to practice and go do something that he supported us and brought us up to love.
Just have to defend.
Carol Evan was at practice the day after Steve died, and sure enough, so were Mitch and his brother Patrick, like Dad would have wanted.
Wrestling was kind of the thing that we did as a family. It was our pastime, our hobby.
And a decade later, not much has changed. Now 24 years old, he wrestles for the U of M, just like his brother before him.
Wrestling is my whole life right now. Besides my family and God, wrestling it's those three.
Steve never got to watch Patrick wrestle any of his varsity matches, but he never felt alone.
I feel him with me every single match I'm stepping in there.
The Gopher senior is coming off a runner-up finish at the Big Ten Championships. Now he's wrestling in the NCAA Championships to close out his highly decorated college career.
Big Ten finals, 2-time All-American. It's the dreams that my dad wanted for me and for my brother.
Mitch, meanwhile, has made the switch from wrestling to mixed martial arts.
Coming up on 3 years this summer and hoping to get to the UFC.
As he gears up for his next fight in April. Two brothers bonded by love and loss, and one singular idea: through the ups and downs, the bumps and the bruises, just keep fighting.
It's pretty cool because we're still living out that dream.
I wish he could see me and what me and Pat have accomplished, but I know he's watching down on us, and he's definitely proud of what we've done.
Beautiful story. They have each other, they have their faith, so that's nice.
So as for what's next for Patrick, he says the plan right now is to join his brother down in Florida and to actually start training for an MMA career of his own. So.